Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Greetings everyone and welcome to Mun Ksa first summer conference. I'm Afnan Zuhair Ali Ahmed Hassan Masoul, the Deputy Secretary General for this Mun Ksa conference. It is a pleasure to have you here. Before we get into the opening ceremony, you're kindly requested to stand for the Saudi national anthem, followed by the recitation of the Holy Quran by Hamza Salman.
وارفع الخفاق أخضر يحمل النور المسطر رددي الله أكبر يا موطني قد عشت فخر المسلمين عاش الدليل للعلم والوطن
سارعي للمجد والعليا مجدي لخالق السماء
وارفع الخفاق أخضر يحمل النور المسطر رددي الله أكبر يا موطني قد عشت فخر المسلمين عاش الدليل للعلم والوطن
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وسيق الذين اتقوا ربهم إلى الجنة زمرا حتى إذا جاءوها وفتحت أبوابها وقال لهم خزنتها سلام عليكم طبتم فادخلوها خالدين وقالوا الحمد لله الذي صدقنا وعده وأورثنا الأرض نتبوأ من الجنة حيث نشاء فنعم أجر العاملين وترى الملائكة حافين من حول العرش يسبحون بحمد ربهم وقضي بينهم بالحق وقيل الحمد لله رب العالمين.
And now, to begin with our opening ceremony, let's greet our Director of Mun Ksa Ubaid Ijaz to give his speech.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Greetings, delegates, chairs, and esteemed guests. I would like to begin by thanking the leadership of the kingdom, the custodian of the two holy mosques, and his faithful crown prince. Their belief in the youth was the reason that this Model United Nations program was started. The MUN was created with us knowing that no doubt that our leadership believes in us, the youth. Thank you all for choosing us. The fact that you all made a single website into a whole Model United Nations is just mind-blowing. Without any of you, this would not be possible. We welcome you to our first ever conference. It makes us very happy to see the dedication coming from this council, and we can't wait to see what happens next. Throughout all of this, here is a piece of advice from us. You all came here to shed your own light to the darkness of today for a better tomorrow. Never let your light fade, never. Thank you, and let's make our first step towards history. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you for those words, Ubaid. Finally, we move to our Secretary General who will declare this conference open after a speech. Hanin Abbas, you have the floor.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أرحب بكم جميعا في الأمم المتحدة النموذجية للمملكة العربية السعودية. Lasting peace depends on equal rights, equal opportunity, and the equal participation of all individuals. Esteemed committee, chairs, delegates, our future leaders, and my distinguished executive team. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we all need each other to survive. Good morning and welcome to the Model United Nations of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. On behalf of the Executive Board of Mun Ksa, I am delighted to address you as your Summer Conference Secretary General. Terrorist militias, working camps, ethnic cleansing, racism, unemployment, environmental issues, melting polar caps, endangerment, no, strike that, extinct species. Are you overwhelmed yet? I hope you are, because this is why we're here today. Mun Ksa has fostered an international web of students that have joined us today in order to debate and develop a growth mindset about issues like the one at hand over the weekend. We live in a world where people look at conflict as unsolvable, and the data we've gathered over the years doesn't do much to help deter this ideology. We know that most conflicts, particularly over the past 10 years, are recurring ones that have lied dormant, only to reignite. As we attempt conflict management and settlement processes, searching for answers, we reflect knowing that conflict costs more than just lives. Conflict causes food shortages and famines, increases infant and adult mortality rates, pushes large numbers of internationally displaced persons to other countries and regions, all of which costs money and wreaks havoc on our global climate, all of which refuels exact cycles of conflict that we seek to mitigate. But that is where we come in. The next generation of peace builders. We are the ones that grew up with the CNN effect, have mastered social media, and the ones that see the intricacies and systems of conflict and institutions with which we need to work with, around, and ultimately disrupt. We are the ones that understand we cannot do nothing and stare as our world's equilibrium falls out of its place. And for that, I thank you for your participation and your passion in today's conference. We understand that we, as a generation, need to unlock the business models that underlie resolving conflict. And although the world constantly progresses, there is always room to change the direction of our future. This is always the job of the next generation, to see the gaps and work intently to fill them. When we reach maturity, a new crop of issues will have emerged in which we will look for a set of fresh minds, uninhibited by what their mentors have told them and what the world says. I myself am not quite sure how to set about changing the gaps my fellow colleagues and I have identified. But the fact that we see them and know that our methods and theories need to evolve is something of a step forward itself. We must harness the power of positive psychology and change the language of our world from it's hard to look at how it's worked and how can we replicate that. And perhaps the most important aspect is to believe that we can achieve what we want to achieve. And that is something that the previous generations of peace builders have taught us, and something that we will carry forward. So as we begin today's conference, let us remember that we do have the knowledge and the practice, alongside a fresh perspective to help repair the broken relationships in this world. With that, I, Mun Ksa I, as your Secretary General, now declare this conference open. Good luck, and let's be the change we wish to see in this world.
Well, delegates, the conference is now in session. Thank you, and I hope you a great conference.